Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2021 Virtual Invent Penn State Venture and IP Conference in its fourth convening. I'm Dr. Lora Weiss, the Senior Vice President for Research at Penn State. While we missed the opportunity to host you in person in Happy Valley this spring, it's still exciting to be hosting our first ever virtual Venture and IP Conference. Since our last conference in October of 2019, nearly everything about our lives and work has changed due to the COVID pandemic. While many of us experienced the benefits of remote work and the use of technology to collaborate virtually, many more of us met with challenges juggling children, spouses, aging parents, pets, and home repairs, all in the background of our brave-faced Zoom meetings. Some of you continue to run essential businesses under immense pressure to meet safety guidelines. Others work to create products that would support efforts to fight the pandemic. And still others quickly pivoted to provide remote learning, strategize product development, and reconfigure laboratory space in the new normal. Within the Penn State research enterprise, we pivoted operations with a focus on safety while enabling research personnel and students to continue. At the onset of the COVID pandemic, we rapidly shifted research to study the virus and contribute to the national effort. We also contributed tens of thousands of PPEs to hospitals and medical personnel during national shortages. During the last year, the spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation was found in nearly every part of society. While we enter this conference full of energy, innovative ideas, and hope for a vaccine-filled future, we would be remiss not to acknowledge the great losses our Penn State family have endured. Perhaps many of you today have experienced loss. Let's pause for a moment together, take a deep breath, and remember those individuals who have gone before us. Thank you. I know I speak on behalf of all of Penn Staters when I say we are thrilled to have so many innovators from across Pennsylvania and the U.S. participating in this conference. Here is a preview of our next 2 days. At last review, we expected more than 500 registrations. 88 startups and more than 50 investors will be participating in Venture Connection during the next 2 days, the first session beginning today at 12:30. We have an incredible roster of 26 sponsors. Thank you for your support. Your generosity enables this extraordinary event. Shortly, we will have 8 student founders joining us for the first Penn State Student Startup Showcase. At 2:45 p.m. today, 8 Penn State University early-stage startups will be competing for cash prizes up to $75,000 in a tech tournament. The winners will be announced tomorrow at 3 p.m., directly following our keynote speaker. Speaking of, you won't want to miss our keynote speaker, Merck Chairman and CEO Kenneth Frazier, and his fireside chat with Penn State President Eric Barron tomorrow at 2 p.m. The Invent Penn State Venture and IP Conference serves as a much-needed forum for venture investment for our region and beyond. It serves as an equally important forum for providing visibility and accessibility to Penn State research, intellectual property, and startup portfolios. Each day, Penn State researchers explore and expand the limits of scientific knowledge to advance society's well-being, educate the next generation of leaders, and contribute to innovations in a broad array of fields. In 2020, Penn State's research expenditures totaled more than $1 billion, reaching a record high for the 4th consecutive year. Penn State's diverse research portfolio reflects our broad base of expertise across all academic domains, from sociology to agriculture, from material science to engineering, from astronomy to geological and earth sciences, and more. The National Science Foundation has Penn State tied for the top position for the university having the largest number of research fields ranked in the top 10. We have 16 top 10 domains in its higher education research and development rankings. This is a testament to our research excellence, breadth, and depth. What makes us unique is our collaborative approach to solving the world's most pressing problems, as demonstrated through the work of our interdisciplinary research institutes. Penn State researchers are making discoveries in every corner of the university. Academic colleges, interdisciplinary institutes, Commonwealth campuses, graduate programs, and undergraduate programs. Importantly, our work doesn't stop at the lab bench. As evidenced by the technologies and student and faculty startups you'll see during this conference, if for some reason you missed the Student Startup Showcase, Tech Tournament, or Innovation Guide, you can find hundreds of startups and technologies at the website startupnavigator.psu.edu and at ipnavigator.psu.edu. Now, I would like to introduce today's esteemed keynote, Penn State President Eric Barron. Eric began his tenure as the 18th president of Penn State on May 12, 2014. Previously, he served as president of Florida State. He has more than 35 years of leadership experience in academic administration, education, research, and public service, as well as a track record as a talented manager of fiscal policy within large and complex institutions. Eric is chairman of the Board of Trustees for the University's Research Association. He also serves on the board of directors for Tisch Bancorp, Inc., and is a member of the Knight Commission and the College Football Playoff Board of Managers. Eric spent the first 20 years of his career at Penn State serving as Dean of the College of Earth and Mineral Sciences from 2002 to 2006, and is founding director of the Earth System Science Center, one of the first major initiatives focused on the total study of Earth as a system. In 1999, he was named Distinguished Professor of Geosciences at Penn State. An accomplished scientist with a long background in atmospheric research, Eric was the director of the National Center for Atmospheric Research and dean of the Jackson School of Geosciences at the University of Texas at Austin. Over the decades, he has lent his significant expertise in the areas of atmospheric science and the geosciences to many national committees and federal agencies, including nearly 20 years of service as the chair of multiple National Research Council committees and boards. Please join me in welcoming Penn State President Eric Barron.